1-1, everyone. I'm 11. I'm your puppy girl who escaped from the lab just to see you. Today, we're reacting to another Warhammer video. This one's called Warhammer 40k, An Abominable Introduction, and it is by Afreemanornot. This one was actually suggested by you guys, so thank you so much. I've got a lot of suggestions from you, and I'll get around to them as quickly as I can. I wrote them all down. I actually also bought 2 books you guys suggested. I bought A Horus Rising and the Eisenhorn trilogy. So thank you so much. I'll read them soon, and hopefully I can make videos about them too. Without further ado, let's get into the video. 1-1. Okay, let's get started. Oh, it's already kind of spooky. I think I'm... Oh, ah! Oh my god, it's so loud! Oh, that scared me. Okay, I guess that's just his intro. Oh, it still feels really loud. Okay.
There is no heaven, only damnation.
Wow, the editing's crazy.
Friends, to this introduction. When you immerse yourself in a new sci-fi universe, you think to yourself often, what would I like to be? What would I like to do? And a lot of the time, you can do just that. And in 40k, you can do so too. Just remember, regardless of what you pick, everything will be miserable. 100% guarantee or your money back. Welcome to the 41st millennium, where there is only...
Oh my! That is some interesting fan art. I mean, I'm not sure that's miserable.
war. It is no over-exaggeration when I tell you that the 41st millennium is one of the most grotesque sci-fi fantasy universes that has ever been conceived. There's a very simple rule in 40k. Everything wants to kill you, and the few that don't are those you should fear the most.
Oh, okay. I wonder what that's about. I think maybe... So, last video, I expressed that I thought maybe the I think Drukhari they were called, the dark, Eldari people, that maybe they weren't so bad, and you guys are very quick to correct me in the comments that maybe Bricky wasn't giving me the full picture, and that they're truly, truly the worst. Message received. So maybe by that they mean that death is not the worst thing that can happen to you, but I'm not sure if maybe they're referencing something else.
Those who are familiar with the universe knows not to fuck with it, and those who don't, well, that's why you are here. Today I'm going to show you the world of 40k.
Wait, was that me?
The factions that reside within it, and if you're lucky, you might still be sane till the end, where a special little surprise will be held. But enough of that, let us begin with the backstory.
A surprise, I'm excited.
Begins in 30k. Back
What?
in the olden days, before the modern day shitstorm, there was something known as the Horus Heresy, which had helped shape...
Wait! I think that's one of the books that's in the series I'm currently reading. I was told to start with Horus Rising, and there's so many books! When I bought the first one, I saw it had around 500 pages, and I thought maybe I had accidentally bought an omnibus. But no, they're just really long, and there's so many.
The world as is today. In 30k, there was a man known as the Emperor. The Emperor had formed 20 perfect sons that he was taken out into the galaxy to rule supreme. Whilst a lot of...
I can't see the text that's flashing. Someone told me about the precise commands, but I'm not sure I quite understand them. But I did read in the comments that actually one of them maybe like split into 2, like a twin situation, and then 2 of them got erased from existence, so it's complicated, but it's between 18 and 21, I've been told.
aliens tried to stop them and failed. There was only one force that was more insidious and more vicious that the Emperor had a very hard time trying to defeat, and that was chaos. Chaos turned eventually to become the ultimate downfall of the Imperium as they managed to turn one of the Emperor's sons, the War Master, Horus, against the Emperor. Horus even tried to turn his other brothers against the Emperor, only managing to do so.
Okay, now, sorry, the sound is really quiet. It was just the intro that was crazy loud.
20 brothers. He even tried to ask Rogel Dawn. He just said no. Horus eventually got slain and the Emperor was near dead. However, he was then taken to safety inside the Imperial Palace and placed upon the Golden Throne. After that, everything has kind of gone downwards. And in the 41st millennium, things have truly fallen from grace. Religion is a part of the...
Wait, so he's saying afterwards things got worse. Would it be fair to say things were actually kind of okay before? Or is it one of these 40k things where it still sucked, just it sucked a little less?
State, technology has stagnated, and worst of all, this is who we depend on to save us all. And if you want to pick up on the history yourself and read a little bit about the backstory, good fucking luck.
Whoa, hold on. Hold your horses.
A little bit about the history, let us swing right back to the 41st millennium and see luck.
What? That's so many! No more videos for a year, guys. I'll be busy reading.
We have talked a little bit about the history, let us swing right back to the 41st millennium and see who has swung right with us. As we now are going to talk about the factions. First off, the Imperium of Man. There are many factions that go within the Imperium, so I'm going to keep it short and simple.
That's not a Venn diagram.
And we start off strong with the Space Marines.
Summoning circle.
The Space Marines are super augmented human warriors that are supposed to be thrown against the Emperor's most dangerous enemies. They are regarded as the angels of the Emperor, however they are also genocidal maniacs that will kill for an insult if they so see one. They kill anyone and anything they deem to be against the Imperium or its faith, and as such they are one of the most scary motherfuckers that the Imperium have to offer. Makes sense, they are the poster boys after all.
Yes.
The Sisters of Battle is another elite military arm of the Imperium. They are much like the Space Marines, very faithful and zealous, but they are unlike the Space Marine, only religious and zealous. And looting them is heresy. Fuck, a guardsman's got nothing already. Must you take away the only pleasure he might have after a war conflict? Speaking of which, the last foot slugger in the Imperium is the Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard is
If looting the Sisters of the Battle Sisters is heresy, is it heresy to loot the Space Marines, or is that okay?
Largest imperial organization, as it has a lot of men at its disposal, able to kill an entire planet by simply drowning it in flesh if they so wished. The Imperial Guard are just a big bunch of unfortunate suckers who have to do absolutely everything their superiors tells them to do, even if it involves walking straight into machine gun fire. They fight a war in anything, from toxic tunnels to life-eating jungles. Their life are short, and they do not have much luxuries in this.
Why the spam?
And alongside with that, they have to take everything in the name of the Imperium. Let's just say that it's quite difficult to keep a high morale if you knew how tiny you truly are in such a massive galaxy.
Wait, population 6.8, is it 89 billion? Does that include, is that only humanoids, or does that also include things like demons?
And if that's not bad enough,
insects.
everyone expects you to die.
And orcs.
Your superiors, your comrades, your commanders, and everyone that has ever known of you expects you to die. And your enemy, they do too. I've even developed a saying about the Imperial Guardsmen. What an Imperial Guardsman can do, a Space Marine can do better. But everything a Space Marine do, you have to do too. Welcome to the Guard.
Wonderful.
Another branch within the military, although not really.
The Space Marines really rocking up like, I'm you but stronger, I'm you but better.
Is the Mechanicum. The Mechanicum is technically its own faction, and it goes under its own jurisdiction. Although technically under Imperial jurisdiction, they still technically don't. As you can tell, they are rather... The Mechanicum are the only official legal engineers with a license in the entirety of the Imperium. Whilst humanity at large has their homeworld at Terra, the Mechanicum consider Mars to be their capital world. The Imperium also collectively worships the Emperor, but they all do so in a different way. On one planet, he might be the sun, and in the Imperium of Man, as long as you worship the Emperor, everything is fine. That's why it becomes a problem when the Mechanicum comes in, as they consider the Emperor to be the Omnisire. However, it's also disputed, and it's considered that the Omnisire sleeps beneath Mars in the form of a dragon. It is still highly debated.
A dragon?
And let's just say, the Mechanicus does not kiss and tell.
Wait, what? A dragon? I thought that they're the ones who think there's... that basically in the machine god. How would the dragon be the machine god? And again, I'm really with those guys. I don't really understand technology very well, so this makes perfect sense to me.
There are many secrets in the Imperium, and uncovering them might be the very thing we don't want to do, as mysticism is probably what protects the Imperium from shattering in on itself at this point in time. So, let's just leave
Looks
it
like a
buried.
face.
The united goal of the Imperium is to fight off chaotic traitors and aliens with sinister motives. So far, one of the most hostile enemies of the Imperium is known as Chaos. Chaos is a very distinct force in the universe that resides from the Eye of Terror. Now, after the galaxy has been split in two, they seem to seep from every orifice conceivable. And it's foul.
I'm sorry, there's so many images and memes. It's really hard for me to focus.
Taint is
Oh, look
hard
at that
to get
tongue.
rid of. Originally, chaos comes from a plane we know of
Zoom
as the
out.
warp, which is essentially a twisted reality of our own, where things are entirely unnatural, and we cannot predict what goes on within that realm.
Wait, is it that similar to our own? I thought it was more like, I guess what it would be like for me to go to space. I imagine it more like a you drift around hell situation rather than a weird twisted world.
Within this plane, there are 4 gods. These gods are known as Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Slaanesh. These Chaos gods are together forming Chaos Undivided.
I've been told
However,
about
this rarely
Slaanesh. I am
happens as they
sorry
fight
for
each
my
other,
bad takes.
far more preferably than fighting united. Khorne is both the god of warriors and unregulated mood swings during period. Khorne just seeks endless slaughter and boundless butchery. This is why he is usually referred to as Mega Satan. Nurgle, the god of pestilence and really good death metal, is always the coolest dude at the party, as he gives everyone a bottle of Corona and wants to introduce you to his Ebola charm. Everything Nurgle provides with is a blessing, no such thing as a curse. Sure, you'll live forever with internal disembowelment and most likely dysentery, but it's cool because you won't feel any of it. What an absolute lad.
Wait, I thought he was the one that where he was all about everyone dies, everything returns to death then decay. If you never die, that kind of seems against what I've been told he's all about. Isn't he more about things ending?
Tzeentch is the god of change, fate, and magic. He knows everything and makes sure everything works because everything that is happening works in accordance to his design.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
On the daily, all he does is play Hero Quest on Gravityland whilst moderating every single Reddit channel that has ever been made.
Oh, God.
Slaanesh is the god of pain and pleasure, meaning that he likes to cut himself with razor blades whilst taking a wank. While you may think he's just a god of all BDSM in the galaxy, he's actually far more than that. When you ask yourself, does anyone really love me?
Is that a
Slaanesh
picture
is
of
the answer.
England?
Will you ever have a companion? Slaanesh is the answer. Are traps gay? Slaanesh is the answer. And those are the thoughts he wants you to take with you when you go to bed, as he
I
sits
see.
by the side and plays a melody from Relentless Doubleganger. Next up are the Eldar. The Eldar are space elves, and they are even more
That felt like an understatement for what Slaanesh is about. But that will keep me up at night.
arrogant and self-centered than those in fantasy, which is a fucking achievement. And one of their greatest achievements was when they accidentally birthed Slaanesh by asking the universe to roll circumference. And considering they birthed a god, I think they rolled critical. Nowadays, the Eldar are near extinct as they are forced to travel on ships known as craft worlds. They are very sorry about what they have done, but they don't want to apologize, so instead they drag their sorry asses around and constantly being depressed. Then there is the Dark Eldar. The Dark Eldar consider themselves to be the only normal Eldar left, meaning that if they are right, they are a reflection of what the old Empire used to be somewhat like. There are many horrid ways to describe the Dark Eldar, but my personal favorite would probably be what I said in the beginning.
What was that?
Where everyone wants to see you dead, and those that wants to see you live are those you should fear the most.
Oh my gosh! I called it! I'm so proud!
That's the Dark Eldar. There's also a new gang of Eldar in the galaxy, although these Eldar seem to want to ally themselves to the Imperium. Although we are mistrustful of them, it seems as if though Papa Smurf has taken care of their leader pretty damn well. Maybe
He seems like a
little
trustworthy
too well.
man.
Another enemy currently rising in power are the Necron Legions. The Necrons are an undead legion of war robots that now exist purely for the purpose of extinguishing all life. Back in the day, some 60 million years ago, they scared the living shit out of the Eldar, primarily because the Eldar had yet to invent can openers. Nowadays, they are starting to resurge again, and it seems as if though the Eldar are still somewhat frightened. And the Eldar
The Eldar are kinda going through it. They have a lot going on.
aren't alone in this. The Imperium of Man themselves have started fighting against them, but they are not a publicly known enemy like that of, for example, Orcs and Chaos. And considering how frightening they used to be as they put their own gods in chains and forced them into slavery, I think it's best maybe that they are ignored, for now, by the general public.
I didn't understand it as it being their own gods. I understood it more as being... Wasn't it the people that they tried to make an alliance with and then got betrayed? Or am I getting this mixed up? There's a lot of terminology that I might be getting wrong here.
Ignorance is bliss, but in 40k, ignorance is your best defense. On the complete opposite of that spectrum, we have the orcs. The orcs are angry mushrooms that walk through the galaxy and bash anything with a pulse. And as long as it will scream, they will fulfill their dream of fighting everything in the galaxy. The orcs are loved, not only for their insane ingenuity and their stupid antics, but because of the fact that they are the only species in the galaxy that can claim they are truly happy with their existence. The universe is violent, and the orcs would like it no other way. One race that would like the...
Okay, I don't know why. I have absolutely no basis for saying this, but I'm getting the vibe that orc players would really like Deep Rock Galactic, the video game. I know, it just seems to have the same vibe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Universe to not be so violent are the Tyranids, as that would make their job far easier. The Tyranids put the A to alien, an alpha predator. They are the most notorious force in the galaxy for being the most unknown foe currently fought. All we know now is that they're an external force in the most literal sense of the word. They're extragalactic, and they are unsensible, and you can't...
I've been told in the comments that the scary thing is they might be running away from something even scarier than them, and that's really interesting to me. Do we have any idea what that could be?
Can't reason with them. We don't know much about them, so we are left speculating. Are they actually maybe native to this galaxy in the past? Have they devoured everything beyond our border? We are the last vestige of life in the entire universe, and how come that they never want to even interact with the Necrons? Their mysterious and destructive entry into the 41st millennium is a welcome one. On the absolute opposite of that coin is the Tau Empire. The Tau Empire is space China, with everything that involves. In that everyone is wrong, they are always in the right, and they have the ideology to prove it. This one-party states aim to take over the galaxy, utilizing trade infiltration and ideological subversion. And whilst their domain seems small, they have made significant gains by taking over the Warhammer
I kind of forgot about
When
those
you look
guys
at it
a
from the
little.
outside, it looks like a highly developed and highly technological society where everyone can be happy. But once you go a little closer, you'll notice it's just XCOM 2 with a different color scheme. And sure, everything looks nice and happy now, but if teasers are anything to go by, things are about to become real very soon. These are the main players on the stage of Warhammer 40k. But although these might be the main players, there's still a lot of other things to explore, like the
I always thought there were way more factions than that. I don't know why. In my mind, there would be like at least 20. It is a little simpler than I thought. But maybe that's because I didn't really know the clear definition between Warhammer 40k and then Warhammer Fantasy. So I'm really interested in learning about that too. I heard in Warhammer Fantasy they have like the Skaven and they have those little goblin people, which I really like those. So if you guys have any videos about that, I'd love to watch those too.
Ghoul, Slith, and the Strixes as examples. I hope
I
I've
wanna know
inspired
about
you
those.
through less serious means to join the 40k universe and watch it with your own eyes and explore the various things that exist within it. My recommendations for places for you to go and read stuff would be the Warhammer 40k fandom and Lexicanum places for hard lore, and the ID 4chan for a little bit of a funnier twist on it. If you want decent YouTube channels
seen
about
those yet.
Warhammer 40k, I recommend you look at Luton and Arch Warhammer. And if you want to look at the best one out of them all that puts a funny spin to it and just have fun with the
Are they going to recommend themselves?
universe, I say Bruva Alpha Busa,
Oh, no.
with this series called If the Emperor of Mankind Had a Text-to-Speech Device. It is glorious, it is silly, and that's why we love it.
Yeah, you guys already suggested those 3 people to me in the comments, so thank you so much. They're all on my list.
Warhammer 40k keeps on growing, and people keep making shit to it. It's amazing to see. And I have one last thing I'd like to provide before I end this video. But before I give it to you, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, so please consider helping by liking and subscribing and sharing the video around. And I also want to thank my beautiful Patreons, who's submitting their dollars to me. And if you'd like to do so too, links in the description, and I'll be a very happy man. But enough of the chilling. Time for some Xenos killing.
Oh. Is it gonna be loud? I feel like it's gonna be loud.
Welcome to the side! None will remain! What shall explain? None will abstain!
Hold on a sec, gonna get me DMCA'd.
Burst of storm. A starday's way back.
It's gonna be loud, I knew it. I kinda... Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear me. It's so loud. I get the impression that the metal music fandom and the Warhammer fandom has a big overlap. If you're a metal music fan, let me know in the comments. I bet there's loads of you guys.
With my brothers and I'll always love myself for my emperor's sons.
This feels like a brainwashing video. This one would show someone in the lab to program them to be a Warhammer 40k fan. I like the particle effect, so that's funny. Incredible editing. Step aside, MCU. I'll have to check. Did they sing this? Because that's really good. I'm really impressed. I'll have to check the credits later. Oh no, wait. I remember the title. It said feature Isaac Wolf. Is that Isaac Wolf? I don't know who that is. That makes sense. I wonder if this is on Spotify. Wow. Cinema. Incredible. Wow. Oh, it's telling me some other things. Gee, I wanted to watch this one actually, this bricky one here. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Today was fun. I'd also be interested, as I mentioned, in Warhammer fantasy videos, or even just non-Warhammer videos to react to. I know you guys already suggested a few, but keep the suggestions coming. It's super helpful. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I haven't streamed recently or been uploading that much, but I hope I can get back to making more content soon. But in the meantime, I'll get started on Horus Rising, and I'll let you know my thoughts soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. 1-1.